32-year-old Maddie Barker. Jennifer Lawrence is an Uber driver and bartender in Montauk, New York. She is facing bankruptcy after her car is repossessed as she owes property taxes on a home she inherited from her mother. Maddie is also dumped by her on-again off-again boyfriend Gary, Eben Mosbachrick, who says that there is something seriously wrong with Maddie. Maddie's friends Jim and Sarah advise her to rent the house, but she could not stand the smell of summer guests. Desperate to avoid losing the home, she accepts an unusual Craigslist posting. Her new employers, a pair of wealthy cryptocurrency investors known as the Beckers, Allison, Laura Benanti and Laird, Matthew Broderick, and ask her to date their 19-year-old son Percy Becker, Andrew Barth Feldman, in exchange for Buick Regal. Percy is about to go to college, and his parents would like him to come out of his show before that. The Beckers are looking for some in their early to mid-20s, but Maddie convinces them that young girls are idiots and dumb. Maddie says that she has the tact and maturity to deal with the situation with the sensitivity it requires. Since Percy is shy and has had no experiences with girls, drinking, parties, or sex, his parents hope to boost his confidence before he attends Princeton University in the fall. If Percy comes to know of this deal, he would be devastated and lose all confidence. Maddie attempts to seduce Percy at the animal shelter he volunteers at. Maddie pretends to be there to adopt a dog. However, after offering him a ride home in Jim's van, he mistakenly thinks that she is attempting to kidnap him, and pepper sprays her. Maddie explains that she finds Percy hot, and he helps her wash her face with a hose. Maddie is impatient as she needs the car quickly but has no option but to go along. Despite this, they agree to go on a date the following day. Maddie and Percy meet at a bar the next night and then go skinny dipping at the beach. While they are in the water, a group of drunken teenagers try to steal their clothes. Maddie fights them in the nude, frightening Percy, who refuses to have sex with her. When she tries to leave without him, he jumps on her car, naked, and then they outrun the police. Maddie takes Percy to her home. She and Percy attempt to have sex, but he develops a rash from his anxiety, so Maddie nurses him. Percy says that he is a bit of a romantic and wants to spend the whole day with Maddie. Maddie and Percy continue to date, sharing more about each other and forming a friendship. Jody, Kyle Mooney, was Percy's nanny and is a guy. They have remained close ever since. Jody tells Maddie to stay away from Percy as the money belongs to his parents and not Percy. Maddie is not deterred by Jody. Maddie shares how her dad was one of the summer tourists who visited and had an affair with her mom. Then her mom got pregnant with Maddie and her dad got her lawyers to buy off their silence with a house and some money. Years later, Maddie wrote to him and the letter was returned, unopened. Doug Khan, Hassan Minhaj, is Maddie's high school classmate and is a real estate broker now. Doug reaches out to Maddie and offers to buy the property at full price. He says that if she doesn't pay her taxes, the council will fire sale the property anyways. Maddie refuses to sell as she does not want her house to be converted into a beach home for the summer tourists. Both reveal that they never went to prom, so they imitate a prom night, went to a fancy dinner and Percy played the piano. Percy meets a school acquaintance Natalie, Amalia Yu in the restaurant who invites him to the party. After he and Maddie have a disagreement about their long-term plans, Percy wants to be with Maddie even after he goes to Princeton, while Maddie says that she does not do long distance. He goes to the party while Maddie searches for him inside the party house. She finds him upstairs in bed with Natalie, after he took an ibuprofen with alcohol. Percy confesses his love for Maddie. The next day, Percy tells his parents he wants to stay in Montauk with Maddie instead of going to Princeton. In a panic, his father offers her the car as she convinces him to go to Princeton. Percy inadvertently hears Maddie's deal with his parents when he was sitting in the car and connects to the call on his father's phone via Bluetooth. He invites Maddie to dinner with his parents, revealing that he knows about their deal. While Maddie and his parents argue over who told him about the deal, Percy crashes her Buick into a tree, heavily damaging it. Percy believes that the car is the only thing that Maddie cared about. When he returns, Percy tries to have sex with Maddie. After prematurely ejaculating, A betrayed Percy ends their relationship. Maddie says that she is going to lose her house, and she does not have a rich dad to help her. What she did was not personal. Maddie takes the damaged car and becomes determined to pay off her debts. After Ubering for the remainder of the summer, she manages to save enough money to save her home and fix her car. Excited, Maddie tells her friends, Jim, Scott MacArthur, and Sarah, Natalie Morales. But Sarah asks Maddie if she really wants to stay in Montauk or is just doing it for her mother. The couple also admit they are moving out of Montauk to Florida due to housing costs. Sarah is pregnant and is married to Jim. They cannot afford to buy a house in Montauk and cannot continue living with Jim's parents when the baby comes. Maddie reflects on her life and tries to amend her wrongs. She reunites with Percy at a Princeton mixer and apologizes for betraying him. Not convinced, Percy starts to drive off when Maddie jumps on the hood of his car. Unable to see, Percy crashes the car into the ocean. As the car is towed, the pair reconcile and promise to stay friends. Maddie decides to sell the house to Jim and Sarah and move to California. Later, Maddie drives Percy to Princeton while on her way to California, and reveals that she has adopted Milo, a former police dog addicted to cocaine who lived at the shelter where Percy had volunteered. Maddie promises to call Percy during her entire drive to California.